It wasn't obvious to me that that was happening, so yeah, alright, you've been taking the bloody mickey out of me all night. And as you can see, signs of the ice starting to thaw out.
You may hear the engine running, you hear it? About all it does do. We broke. We've broken. You might see in this video that we've actually not moved off the Ashby yet. That's because as we were finishing the Ashby and coming back down, we weren't going to do it in a massive rush anyway, but more storms. I think about the 10th one so far this year. So more storms were coming with high winds, and then we got frozen in anyway. So you'll see a little bit coming up of Stoke Golding, and a few things that we did while we were frozen in and in the high winds, but we will be coming off the Ashby very soon.
Another glorious day in Stoke Golding. Just walked up from our boat, which is just down there behind the tree. So just walk up the field, up onto this lane, follow it round. There's the main gate, and behind the main gate is what I call number 50. Obviously a pretty gigantic bull, probably about -1, -2 at the moment, but yeah, normally have a quick walk up there. There's a couple of pubs, there's the church in the distance, there's a cafe up there, a little shop, and yeah, look at that sky. The old solar panels have been loving the last few days. Haven't had to run the engine. It's been a right Brucey bonus. Yes. Feel really settled here actually. We're going to be here for about 10 days because we're frozen in. I'll show you the ice a bit later. But yeah, feel really nice here. Just literally on the edge of the village. Quality. And my favourite mooring possibly so far.
Oh wow.
Well deep that. That ain't gonna, oh, that won't defrost in a hurry. So what are we on now? Thursday?
Yeah.
It's not gonna warm up till Saturday. I reckon we could still be knocking about Wednesday, Thursday. 2 layers. See the layer below?
Yeah.
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 You got that layer and then about another 2 inches on top of it by the looks of things. Anyway, that's well deep, isn't it? Yeah, ain't going nowhere in a hurry.
Eek.
Ain't going nowhere in a hurry, isn't it?
Oh,
Better bother, you know what I mean? Little Johnny getting messed up again. Oh, by the way,
oh no.
I went up the field again when I was posting the letter.
Where the ball is.
Where the ball is. I walked past the gate, the main gate, where the ball stands, because they drop his hay over there, so he stands there feeding. Anyway, so I stroked him again. He sort of shuffles round, turns off, to walk towards the middle of the field. As he walks towards the middle of the field, he does like a poo. It's all streaming, you know, out the back, you know, imagine it and all this bit. And I chuckled to myself and walked away and thought to myself, that's the first time I've actually seen real bullshit.
I'm not sure you can say that on here.
Of course you can. That's true, isn't it? Anyway, that was it.
Right, thanks for that.
That's all.
It's not the first time I've heard it out of your mouth, but
Thanks
yeah.
a lot. Yeah, cheers. Yeah, thanks.
Right, check up with you later, guys.
Yeah, bye. Yes, hello, buddy. Hello, buddy. Good boy, Ernie. Ernie, good boy. Brave. What a brave boy. Cheers.
Do you think we put the wrong colour on Ernie today?
You might have done, yeah. Next red rag to a ball and all that.
Now, there's the moon above me. You might think I'm a bit crazy because it is dark, but I'm heading to the shop A to get custard, and B because we're at Stoke Golding still. Stoke Golding, and the church is all lit up. So I've been here for like nearly 2 weeks now, and I've still not seen it all lit up at night. So I'm going to go and do that. It's still a tad windy, but that is what I'm doing. Oh, that was nice, wasn't it? What a pretty little church. And got my custard. It's got sticky toffee pudding in the boat.
7 bags of rubbish there because we've been hoisting so long. The rubbish is built up, so I'm off to the rubbish point at the Lime Kiln pub, Bridge 15, which we stopped at on the way up, and obviously we're on the way back down now, so not too far from the cars to load the rubbish up. It's not too far from the boat to load up the rubbish, so just over there we are. And as you can see, signs of the ice starting to thaw out. In places it looks like it's actually thawed out, but that's just the top surface. Below that is still 2-3 inches of ice, so not too sure how long this is going to take, but we are in the hands of the gods, as they say. Yeah, sunshine's gone, clouded over for the next few days, but the temperatures will be coming up to like 12-13 degrees over the next week, so there you go.
Oh, this is the new one, right? You may hear the engine running. Can you hear it? About all it does do. We broke. We've broken. And then nothing, and then...
We had big players today, didn't we?
And then nothing, and then... Yeah, getting water is one of them big plans. So we pulled away from Stoke Golding, where we've been frozen in for... well, pretty much near on 2 weeks now. It's the propeller that's literally only turning it like intermittently. We'll sort of go and then nothing, and then
Doesn't look like there's a sort of regular contact when it goes into the gearbox.
And then nothing, and then
Whether there's anything inside the gearbox that's the problem.
And then nothing, and then
Fingers crossed it's not, but it could well be.
so the water at the back was sort of going and then nothing, and then so we just weren't moving, but we'd already pulled out of our spot, so we navigated it with sort of no power at all underneath the next bridge. So we're now just past bridge 27, still on the Ashby obviously, and called the RCR. So the RCR guy has just phoned and said he's in Staffordshire and he's going to be probably about an hour and a half.
What's his name? Abel coming?
Abel?
Kane?
No, his name's Kane.
Kane's coming.
But funny enough, he said to me, Kane and Abel.
Let's hope he's able, eh?
Let's hope he is able. I should have said that to him.
Fingers crossed. Yeah,
He sounds like a nice guy.
He wouldn't have heard that before.
My friends were like, what happens if they can't fix it? Do they? What happens? I can't answer. I have no idea what happens. I'm assuming we get towed somewhere. I have no idea.
Been lucky though, 6 months since 6 months without any issues.
6 months of cruising and over a year of owning, and we've done.
But it's only 6 months of cruising. He hasn't done any work, has he? So it's 6 months of work, and this is the first problem.
And then nothing, and then.
So.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed it might be the last for some time. So see what it is.
Yeah. And then nothing, and then.
Anyway, got me coffee. I'm at home. Worst way is you're at home, aren't you?
At least it's running. Because our battery's only at 45, so at least it's running, and we can top our battery up, keep our fire on, and that type of thing.
Which
so
is basically, we're just living here till.
Slightly concerned because the winds pick up again tonight, and obviously now we're moored not really where we would have moored with high winds. That wasn't really the plan, but just praying that he comes, fixes it, and we can move on a little bit down, because we've still got no water. So
I even did a big wash up this morning, look.
Yeah, wash is
I thought, we're alright for water because we're going to top up in about an hour. Oh dear. At least we've got drinking water though, eh?
Fingers crossed. Well, I'll keep you posted on that one. And then nothing, and then.
Right, the scenario with the propeller not turning correctly yesterday. It turns out that there was a lack of oil in the gearbox. Now, obviously incorrectly, I assumed that the engine oil and the gearbox oil were the same thing, to be honest with you. There's no definite dipstick area at all on the gearbox, and when the RC man turned up, he basically undid what it looks like a completely standard nut that would be part of the sort of gearbox construction. You just never would realise, well, I never realised that was actually a dipstick. So he undid the nut rather, and underneath is like about a 4-inch piece of metal rod with 2 markings on it, low and high, for the oil to be sort of red when you're testing it. So the problem occurred as well. It's not just me being a bit stupid on that side of things really, but the problem also occurred with, there was also a leak that he found. So over the last few weeks there'd been a gradual leak on one of the feeder tubes to the oil where it circulates. So, and I couldn't have seen it. He actually knew what to look for, and he sort of went straight to the area, and he had to show me from above. There's a little tiny hole, you could just see through the hole, and just see the top of this nut that had come loose, and it was leaking the oil from there. And it wasn't obvious to me that was happening. So, yeah, alright, you've been taking the bloody mickey out of me all night. I've had all night of this, honestly. What did you call me at one stage?
Dipstick. Dipstick couldn't find the dipstick.
Yeah, and?
Plonker.
Called me a plonker. Mind you, I did feel a bit of a plonker. Although, in my defence, the rescue man did say this is quite a common occurrence. Yeah, dipsticks owning boats.
Find boats.
So, in a nutshell, he tightened up the nut, topped up the oil, and we didn't realise.
Why has it gone to we now? Hang
Sorry,
on, we.
but all right, yeah. So I didn't realise at the end of the day that it's the oil pressure in the gearbox that makes the connection for your propeller to, for your prop shaft to turn, and obviously turns your propeller. So it's very educational anyway.
Yeah, if you've got a BMC 1.8.
Yeah.
It'll probably be the same thing. You've got to top it up, and it doesn't feed through, does it?
No.
From the oil that you check every time we cruise.
But this is the thing, I do
Doesn't
check the
feed
engine
through.
oil every time. It's just that. Funny enough, the name of our boat is the right thing. Assumption is. So I assumed, obviously, that
you knew what you were doing.
That I knew what I was doing. It was all right. Anyway, what's come out of this is we are definitely going to get a professional first service.
Yeah.
And at the very least video it so we can then do our own in the future. But you know, they're doing quite a good deal at the moment, the RCR though. It's £200. You reckon that's all the parts included, don't you? For a full service.
Said it's full service, you get the oil, filters and everything provided, so that's a good price, saves you going out and getting everything.
Yeah, every time you go and get everything. So anyway, I felt a right plonker, got called a plonker, and that's about it, and I don't really want to discuss it any further, if that's all right with you.
We're just on the outskirts of Hinckley now.
If I remember rightly, it starts getting a bit sort of industrial unity.
Yeah, it's got a Triumph motorcycle museum.
Oh yeah,
up here on the left.
I walked past it yesterday.
It's free entry. We haven't been in it.
No.
But
ain't got anywhere to put a Triumph mobile.
Yeah, the last time Paul went out motorbike to a motorbike shop, he come home with a Harley Davidson, so
Midlife Crisis.
he'd already have one of them. You've had about 4 midlife crisis actually.
Oh, you're funny.
Well, you have really, because buying this boat was a bit of a midlife crisis,
No,
I think.
it weren't.
I think it was.
Not at 57, you can't call it middle-aged crisis.
Well, yeah, but your men, they don't mature, do they?
I'm trying to grow up. I'm trying to.
Bridge has seen better days, isn't it? Oh dear. Look at that up there. Look at that.
That was when you steered on the way down, wasn't it? On the way up.
Bloody cheat. I haven't hit anything, I have you know. Nothing. Thank you very much. Oh, it's alright, it looks better this way, but we've just pulled over for a little while just to warm ourselves up. I know we've only literally been cruising like 15 minutes, but we've got ourselves so cold. We didn't realise it was so cold out, so just going to warm up, have a cup of tea, some more here for literally a tea stop, and then carry on. But it is ridiculously cold, and you know when you get too cold and you cannot warm up, so we're going to go inside for a few minutes and carry on in a minute. Back out, 2 coats on, and it has actually warmed up, so we're now back underway again. Good boy, Annie, good boy. Your names, but Felix Boats, and I think you said I couldn't quite hear, but I think you said your dog was Hamish. Thanks for watching, guys.
Laughing at you, Ernie. Laughing at you again. No, laughing at you, you plonker. Thanks.
Dipstick.
Stop calling me a plonker now, you know what I mean? We've done that, haven't we?
Well, we are, I don't know where we are, we're about Bridge 8, but we probably won't do any more recording on this part of the Ashby, so the next time, next week, hopefully we will be on new territory.
We will.
Hopefully we'll be going onto the Coventry and up towards the Trent and Mersey.
Yes.
So we'll say goodbye for now.
Yes.
And
hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching.
Hope you enjoyed it.
And what be to say without this little fella? Yeah. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a message, and hit the ding bell if you want to, and all that, and loads of comments down the bottom. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Thanks very much, guys. See you next time. Bye.
See ya. Yeah, it's going really well this morning. So look at the number of that bridge. Unbelievable. Number 13. So number 13. I thought I'd pedal back to get the car, as it's probably about a 2.5, 3 hour walk. So yeah, pedals fell off. I've got no spanner to put it back on with, and completely flat back tyre. Yes, going well that. So I've now got about, how many bridges? Yeah, 9 bridges now, and I've got to push the bike, so that really helped out. Great decision that. Oh dear.